Hi. Well, that explains everything. I was in the wrong link. I've been sitting here for 20 minutes going, I don't understand. What's
I
going
think
on?
no, it is Wednesday. It is 4 o'clock. I think so you
I
had
know, I'm looking at my diary going, it's Thursday, right? Like, I mean, yes,
yeah.
because yesterday I had this other meeting and that's only on that day, which means otherwise the whole world has shifted a day and then realized their mistake. Like, yeah, no,
I
completely
know.
wrong link.
I just thought, well, I'll just sit here and do something else and wait, but so
Yeah, I
at
was
least
about
we
to
had
write to Kathy, but then Kathy just wrote to me and she said, "So, why are you
I
in the
didn't
wrong link? I don't know."
it's
I didn't.
it's a
I refreshed. I did everything. I just didn't click on the link. I could see where it was. I just didn't click on it to jump. Anyhow,
hey, you know
and
what?
now.
We all
I
do it.
tried two previous emails and it just said you had another meeting going on.
Yeah, and I'm waiting to see. Like nobody's trying to get in. No, because I'm already in, so thereby blocking
Yeah.
anyone trying to get into a different meeting. Anyhow,
Yeah.
as all
I,
me.
I came in through Kathy's link on LinkedIn.
Hmm. Yeah, but it was just you were already in the right link. It was just me. I think when you clicked Kathy's on LinkedIn, it was just as I had switched it to get out of. I was in the wrong link. There we go.
Oh, I see.
It was
Okay.
all me. It was all me. I was in the wrong link. Mm.
Oh dear.
So
Technology, eh?
I know, right? I know. Um, there you go. Um, I'll show you quickly while we wait for everyone else, or this could be it now. Where am I? No, hang on. I'll show you what I did. Um, oh, it doesn't want to show me. Doesn't matter. I can't show you. But basically, I've worked out a different way. Oh, yes. I've worked out a different way to get into Zoom, right? And so it has like this thing that has all this list of all my meetings down the side, and they're going, that's great. And then I click refresh. Yes, the business at breakfast link is right up the top. And I can see where it says, start. So I press start. But actually, I hadn't realized three down was highlighted coaching link. I'm just looking up the top. I literally couldn't see anything below business at breakfast because it's a real case of you only see what you're looking for. And I couldn't see anything below because I was only looking for, yes, business at breakfast shows up the top. There, just click that link, but I was highlighted somewhere else. So, anyhow, it is what it is. This might be all that we get now, thanks to me, but that's okay. Quality over quantity, that's what I say. So, let's go with
Just
that.
to know, we're celebrating an anniversary today, Misty.
Yes.
Debbie has been
Oh,
with Legal Shield. Debbie and her husband have been with Legal Shield for 20 years.
wow. You
Wow.
can't beat that, Kathy. Like, forever she will be in front. It's like with
Yeah.
networking. I think you're on 17 years, but I'm on 13 years or 14 years. Forever you will be in front. I'm like, I can't beat that. Short of hospitalizing you for like 4 years or something.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I was going to say, and even in that instance, you'll find a way to keep doing it. So I can't beat it.
That
But I
could be
like that
true.
every year I'm closing the gap.
It's not a competition as long as you're winning, right?
I know, right? And since everyone else is winning, I've got something to run towards. So yeah, very cool. All right, welcome aboard, Bonnie. We were actually literally waiting for you, and now we can get started. No, I just wrecked everything, and I think everyone just went somewhere else. But that's all cool. All right. Look, those who win gold are those who persevere longer than everybody else. So that's going to be our skills today. Although Kurt had a note taker that was coming in. I really thought he was coming. But apparently no. All right, so welcome aboard, everyone. Welcome to Business at Breakfast. It's always so good to see members. It's great to see visitors as well. I do have a notebook here somewhere. I don't know, rearranging things. It's always tricky getting used to the new space. I always have my window open, but now I'm like, the window blows onto where the sewing machines are over here. And then I think if I leave that open, is that going to cause damage? I don't know. I don't know. So now I've closed the window and I'm more confused. I'm trying to work out my new space. Although I do like behind me. Like I like that better, like with the books, but it's all very confusing. All right, let's have a look. Let's see how many people we've had a business at breakfast this year. Does anyone want to have a guess? Anyone have a guess? Do a quick count.
200.
225, actually.
225.
Yay! So we're still tracking forward, which is fantastic. So that's really cool. So we're at 225 people to business at breakfast this year. Of that, 111 have been the ones that have come back. So we're sitting at 114. Yeah, that's math. 114 new people in this year. So the visitors are now outweighing the past members. This happens every year, which is really funny because last year we had around about 250 as well. You would think by default we should have more over the course of a year, right? Since we've been doing this for so long, you'd think over the course of the year we would have more returning members than we would visitors over the course of any year. But that never seems to be the case. The visitors always outweigh the members, which makes me kind of wonder, where did you wander off to? I don't mind if you've wandered off to network somewhere. I get concerned when they wander off. I have called a lot of people over the years and said, notice you're kind of missing. Where are you networking? Yeah, no, that networking thing doesn't work. Really? So you're not doing your thing anymore? Oh, yeah. Okay, well, how are you getting work? Well, the only thing about networking that worked was the one-to-one. Like I'd have a one-to-one and then somebody would buy. And I've gone, that's interesting. Where did you get your list for the one-to-one? They've gone, well, from networking. Oh, maybe the networking worked. Look, it's about collecting the list. By itself, turning up every week, doing an elevator pitch by itself won't work for you at all. It's the other work on the other side of that. It's the, it's the having the one-to-one, but it's the practice of turning up. It's the practice of saying what it is that you do. Bit like, let's go back again to my little story of an Olympic gold medalist. Turning up to training won't have you win the gold medal. Just turning up every week and or training won't have you win the gold medal. Learning when to rest will have the gold medal, but it's learning how to utilize that training to end up with the gold. It's all the bits. As I say to my family, the little things matter. And they keep telling me, I don't know how much it does, but yesterday there was a big, can't believe you haven't cleaned the kitchen. Well, the little things matter. You guys left a little bit of everything everywhere. And by the time I kept picking up the little bits of things, I couldn't do the dishes at the end because I kept picking up, this teacup over here and this one over here and then putting this one over here. And so I spent all day cleaning up tiny little bits. And as a result, the kitchen was still unclean by the end of the day. And all the pots and pans then got loaded into the sink. So I got up this morning and I just picked them all up and I've put them on the stove. I mean, I don't mind the kitchen untidy. It's just that if you can't get to the sink, no one can clean it now. so I just put it back over there. I'm thinking the next time I see the dishwasher where everything seems to be just kind of thrown in, I'm just going to get the extra stuff. I'm going to take that bottom tray out. I'm going to get the extra stuff and I'm literally just going to pour it straight into the bottom of the dishwasher and then throw the tray on top and then close the door and see if anyone notices that perhaps they packed it a little irregular. And if you have to have someone repack it, don't pack it. Just don't pack it. It's a pretty simple system. All right. So how does this all defer back to what we're doing in business? The little things matter. And if you're going to go to the trouble to do anything, you may as well just complete the task. It's a lot faster than redoing the task 15 times. Simon's watching a show. It's a YouTube channel at the moment. It's kind of a renovation rescue type job. And Holmes refixes homes or something. HOLMES fixes homes, I think is what it is. Anyhow, he was called in, and he does it off his own money and his own bat, but ultimately he's teaching everybody in the neighborhood what's going on for them to look at their own home. So whatever he pays for this home, I'm thinking whatever he pays for this home to be fixed, then he ends up with these jobs later on in the street because it's all advertising, right? He got called in yesterday to, or in last night's show, for a house. This is over in America, right? A house, 2-story, big footprint, like, you know, beautiful place. The guy, it was 8 years old. The guy had bought it when it was 5 years old and had this beautiful cladding around. He'd gone to all this trouble to do the garden, and he put a back deck out, and he'd really looked after it. But there was something going on when it rained around the windows, and it turned out the builder, before he put the windows in, like as he built it, and you kind of build a frame, and then you wrap it in plastic, and then the insulation goes on the inside, and then you put all the walls in, but on the outside then you put like bricks or cladding or whatever it might be, right? He hadn't, when he wrapped it in plastic, he hadn't sealed it around the windows properly, so he hadn't wrapped the plastic back through the window areas, so it's not sealed between the frame and the window sill. And then he hadn't put this other layer of something when they put the windows in. As a result, when it rained, this like little gap just slowly run off back through, and over an 8-year time frame, it molded all the back of the cladding into the insulation, as in, and then starting through the frame to head towards the inside of the house. And Holmes said, the only way to fix this, we can't just take out a bit and do a bit at a time. The only way to do it is, I'm going to put the scaffolding up and we're going to do it all in one hit. He did it in 15 days. Huge team, but they basically had to scaffold it to the roof. It's like 3 layers of scaffolding, and they had to pull all the outside cladding off. Then they had to pull all the insulation out, and they had to rebuild it. Like it hadn't made it through to the other side of all the frame. There was parts of frame that had to be re-put in. It was extreme, but it was done in 15 days as opposed to sections at a time. And he ended up saying to the guy who owned the house, he said, you could not have fixed this. The extreme time and money to do a section at a time would not have fixed it, because each section you fixed, the other parts will just leach back into the first part. It was extreme. It's a good show, but it does show that, and it all came about from this one little bit where the guy just didn't put that plastic wrap around the window frames. That's it. And it calls it, but the little things matter. So there you go. That's our educational tip today. The little things matter. If you're going to do anything, the little things matter. If you're not going to do the little things, don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't do any of it. So there you go. All right. Business at Breakfast came about because 2015, 3 chapters, B&I chapters in Canberra had folded. A lot of them still wanted to come out networking, so they decided to start their own B&I for free. They really liked the B&I rules. Just because they couldn't run them properly to keep their chapter didn't mean that they didn't like it. So they decided to start a B&I for free, which was called Business at Breakfast. And in the first year, 2015, they started with 17 members. At the end of that first year, they ended up with 17 members, and no one was new in. And they were going, where are we going wrong? That was when I was called, because I knew them from my chapter, and I'd been networking with them for ages. And they said, where are we going wrong? So then I came in and I brought that personable touch of just say hello to visitors and invite them to sit next to you. Don't breathe in their face. And as a result, Business at Breakfast has grown from 17 people in 2015 to 34 people in the first 4 months of 2016. And now we get over 250 people every single year, with the goal still being to reach 500 in a year. Haven't reached it yet. We've made 350 a few times, but basically in a 5-year time frame, if we count now, in a 5-year time frame, we've had 900 new people come to Business at Breakfast over the last 5 years, which is really cool, right? Something I stole from BNI, which I really loved, was their BNI pin. I love the idea of the BNI pin, and so as a result, Business at Breakfast now has a Business at Breakfast pin. So there you go. These are $17. Close. This is our membership pin. If you don't have one yet, just write hashtag pin into the chat box. $17. I can just send it out to you in the post if you don't have one yet. So that's really exciting. I like seeing those pop up all over the world where they're headed out. I'll tell you where the next one's going. It's going to Charles Barnard. Yeah, something about little Charles. Charles is a business coach, and all that. His book just came out, and I got the first copy. I'm so excited. So I wrote the forward in this, and a few other people had written in the front as well. But it's funny that I got the first copy. What are the other people thinking? They wrote in the front of a book, and then they didn't ask for it. I find that shocking. And really weird. But anyhow, I own the very first copy. Super excited. Turned up in the post yesterday. So it was really cool to read what other people had written prior to my forward, and then my part as well. So so that's really exciting. He's having, I don't know, he's having a procedure done today. So he's not
What
here.
country is he, Misty?
Oh, he's Australia. He's in Sydney, Australia. Yep. There you go. Thank you, Kathy. Yeah. So yeah, so that's exciting. He's finally got that book out. Hails from South Africa, but has ended up over here, as a number of them do. So there you go. We've sort of done an educational tip. We'll do a few other things, but I do want to give you this one. I'm going to give you this as an educational tip. This book here, Kathy, I was going to write to you yesterday to ask if you've heard of it or if you've read it.
Book.
I'll Push You.
Nice.
There's a documentary on this, but I can't, like, their actual journey. It's two best mates, and one of them's in a wheelchair, and they've been buddies since, you know, the day they were born. They were 2 days apart in hospital, and they've been best friends ever since, same town. And one ended up in a wheelchair just because he's got some autoimmune that is just attacking parts of his body, and they don't know how long he'll last. It's so incredibly rare. They've just gone, I don't know, 6 months, 17 years, who knows. But this is back in 2012. He says to his mate, who's not the wheelchair, shows him a thing on the Camino de Santiago, the walking trail, from France down to Spain and through Spain. And he showed it to him, and his mate Patrick said, oh yeah, looks cool, thinking, wonder what's going on here. And he said, we should do it. And Patrick says, I'll push you. Thinking, you know, how hard is it to push someone over mountain ranges in a wheelchair? Anyhow, apparently it's really difficult. I can't get the documentary, like I can't get the story.
The movie's on YouTube. I just pulled it up. And so
it's not actually. It's not.
I'm looking at it. You have to subscribe, buy or rent. But yeah, I'm looking at it. It's an hour and 37 minutes, almost 38 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah. So in June of 2014, two lifelong friends, Justin and Patrick, embarked on epic. Yeah. So it's on there as a documentary. But you just type in "I'll Push You," and then that book.
It's not showing up for me here in Australia. If you can run that back through and give me that link, I'm happy to pay for it. I haven't seen it. So I've read this a couple of times. But if nothing else, when I read it this time, I've gone, actually, it's a God story. And I can't say I'm a person who goes to church, but I don't not leave. But it was an interesting way to speak about church, like churches sitting, resting, being peaceful, listening to others. Like it's their version of church. And I really like it. I really like it. So anyhow, lots of cool stuff comes out of that. But there is
I just put it in your messenger.
Thank you. Thank you so much. There's one line in here, Justin. No. Yeah, I think it's Justin. He's in the wheelchair, and he said, you know, like he has to let people push him. Like there's no choice in this, and they have to pick him up, and all these people that are helping. And he used to be concerned about so many people helping. Like when all of this came crashing down on him and he lost the use of his limbs and stuff, he said he was in a very dark place, and the choice to, you know, just get his wheelchair in front of an oncoming car, he said that would just end it for everybody, and then nobody would have to do this. And then something snapped in him, and he got a message that basically said, it's in allowing others to help you that you give joy to others, because others actually like helping. So I've kind of known that for a long time, because I have that in Overcoming Obscurity, where it says ask for help, because people will help all day long. And it's fascinating to see these two men, like as I'm reading it the second time, these two men go, it's amazing how just strangers will stop to help. And I thought, why would you not? You've got nothing else to do for like 30 miles every day. You got nothing else to do but share part of your walk with somebody else, because that's your story. Like some of those pilgrims, their story would be, and I helped to carry a guy in a wheelchair to the top of like the highest peak. And then, of course, we had to stop that wheelchair from running away down the hill on the other side. Like we then had to stand in front as a barricade to make it go slow. So like that's the story that you would have. So it's the help, allowing others to help gives joy to others, and don't rob people of their joy of life by deciding to do everything yourself. There you go. That's my hot tip. I thought that's a good tip. All right. Let's keep going. I'd like to say we're behind, but there's a few of us, so we're really not. So yes, YouTube videos. I like how you did that, Debbie. That was very cool. All right, let's go for YouTube videos. If you've got a YouTube channel, go there, find a video and chuck that in. The link. So just share that link and chuck that in to the chat box. I keep going to put one of mine in. I'm in Grand Designs at the moment, but it takes a little while for me to open stuff up. I'll just press a button, open up, and see what happens. I'm sure we'll get noisy stuff in the background. Where are we at? Are we on time? Am I up to date? Have I missed anything?
I think you're doing great.
Okay. Give me 2 seconds while I just get everybody to turn the heater off over here. Suddenly it's turned warm. It was cold this morning, but now it's very warm. Can you turn off? Seems weird to have to text that to somebody in the house. They're just there, but I'm not leaving. I'm pretending I'm at a different space altogether. All right. All right. There's our YouTube videos. Just let those links pile into the chat box. All right. What's next? Let's go for individual marketing 30 seconds. So, should we just do a picture? Let's do a picture because we're all here. Barbara's in today. It's great. Actually, she's front and center in my screen.
That's right. Ready, set, go. Got it.
Excellent. Barbara, your friend came in last week, and then you've come in this week. Now, who was it? Tanya Stephania. Anyhow, I know all the letters. I just can't pronounce them in the right order yet, but I know all the letters. Anyhow, she was in last week, just so that you know. She'll be back. Okay, let's do our individual marketing 30 seconds. This is a chance for all of us members to share with everybody what it is that we're doing. If we had visitors, they'd get a chance to tell us what they're doing too. 15 seconds is the new 30 seconds. Can't do it in 15 seconds. Well, then you're not McDonald's yet. But McDonald's gets 170 million customers a day. So let's assume they know what they're doing. All right. And they've been practicing this for over 40 years. So in actual fact, I've been doing this for about 13 years. Kathy's been doing this for 17. Debbie Miller, 20. McDonald's, though, 40. So far, they're still in front. All right. So let's assume they know what they're doing. All right, I'll go first. Set the clock, Kathy. I'll give it a go. I'm Misty Henkel from Misty Henkel Sales Training, and I'm a sales trainer. One of the sales training things I do is book club every week, and this week it's on elevator pitches. Monday afternoons for America, Tuesday mornings for Australia. Had to watch to make sure I stopped talking. All right, Jacqueline Price, you're up.
Thanks, Misty. Hello, everyone. I'm Jacqueline Price, an Magic Kangen water distributor. I'm known as the Wise Water Woman. So I help solve the problems in your water when it comes to eliminating chemicals and chlorine for clean, healthy drinking water. Thank you, Jacqueline Price from Anagic.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Jacqueline. Barbara Cassidy, you're up. And then Carolyn Hobbs.
I'm Barbara Cassidy, and I'm with Young Living, and I help women to trust that their body's wisdom and to sit back and pay attention to watch the health issues that are happening. And then I come in and I help them bit by bit start to.
It's tricky sometimes, isn't it? I have to say, when it's a smaller group, I get the salesman in me gets excited and goes, "Oh, Lucky talking," and I was like, "Oh crap! Lucky we've got an alarm." But I was actually quite enjoying where you were going with that, Barbara. If I had been in charge of the timer, you would have still been going.
The thing is, I keep trying to say something different every week, and it's just hard.
Yeah, don't say something different. We're still trying to catch up on last week's. Say this week, then last week's again, right? McDonald's runs the same ad. It's called "We Sell Hamburgers," and somehow they get more clients than anyone else. So you don't have to change it because there's been a whole 7 days in the middle for us. To you, it's boring because you've done it plenty of times. To us, well, we only just had it last week once. So run the same message a number of times. You'll be fine.
Okay.
Carolyn Hobbs, you're up.
Thank you very much, Carolyn Hobbs in the UK, Carolyn's Chit Chat podcast, and also Carolyn's Card Box. I specialise in writing cards for people all around the world, so let the cards fall where they may.
Nice work. Oh, well, no pressure, Barbara. She did that one in 9 seconds. So, Barbara Kobylinski, you're up.
Good morning. My name is Barbara Kobylinski. I'm from Australia. I am a transformational coach helping people navigate through change, whether you're a professional, a leader, or a business owner. I can help you.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Barbara. All right, Kathy Weaver, your turn, and then Debbie Miller.
I'm Kathy Weaver, and I have been with Kangen Water for 17 years. In 28 days, it will be 18 years. So I will let you know what that looks like. I'm super duper excited to be part of this dynamic family. And if you don't have a water machine yet, you've got people on this call who can help.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Debbie Miller, your turn, and then Bonnie McDonald-Dixon.
Hello, everyone. I'm Debbie Miller in the United States. I with Legal Shield and ID Shield now for 20 years, and I'm here to help families in North America have their wills done. If you know somebody 18 to 98 that don't have a will, they need to talk to me. And if they do have a will, they still might need to talk to me.
I know it's the updating of the will that causes all the trouble, or the lack of updating. It still concerns me. I mean, technically, the will is fine. If anyone knows where it is, Simon and I do, but if we die, nobody's got a chance. Right, technically the will is fine. It was done 12 years ago. But changes have happened since then over the 12 years. And it costs just as much to redo the will, to just update it, as it does to make it. Mind you, I have to say, lawyers are massively at fault. What's the point of being a wills and estate attorney if you don't write to your person every year, your clients every year? They're forever wanting more clients. But it's in the clients that they've already got that they could just write and say, have you had any changes? Do you need to update your will? If they reminded us every year, we would just do it every year, regardless of the cost. It's a bit like, you know, my rates bill is due to come. It's like $1,300 or something. It's twice a year. And just because we own a home, and you just get used to it. You don't like it, but you're used to it because it just shows up, So yeah, wills and estates attorney, they could have so much more, thereby helping others. They'd literally be helping others. So I do like that about Legal Shield. Legal Shield just is flat out there to help others. I really, really do like that. Here's a line, Debbie, that I've been thinking on after reading I'll Push You, right? So if I think about when people say to me, $35, why is it so cheap? I will not be robbed of the joy of helping others because of the price. There it is. But actually, it's such the truth. I will not be robbed of the joy of helping others. So that's why it's not phenomenally huge for coaching. There's not much joy in helping no one. There's just not much joy in that at all. All right, Bonnie McDonald Dixon, your turn.
Hey, I'm Bonnie McDonald Dixon. I am a LifeWave consultant with the LifeWave company, and I invite you to start aging younger today with wearable wellness. You can easily find me on LinkedIn. Let's talk.
Excellent. I was thinking when you say that, like to age younger today, one patch at a time.
One patch at a time.
One
Love
patch
it.
at a time. Literally, that's where you're going.
I love it. Thank you.
There you go. Okay. All right. Well, suddenly we've caught up in time. All right. Every week at Business at Breakfast, one of the members gets the opportunity to share with the group further insights into their business. I'm going to give you the structure. I'm going to pull someone out of the crowd and I'm going to give you the structure of how to do it. And then you're going to do this very fast. Stop talking and allow us to ask questions. Today we have the wonderful, she has just bypassed every chance she's ever had. So here we go. She's in today. Today we have the wonderful Barbara Kobylinski in today. Now, Barbara has been a member here for quite some time and has managed to get out of this segment for a while now. But time is up, love. You're now in the hot seat. I'm looking around going, we've all had a turn, including me and Kathy. But you haven't. So here we go. You've got a beautiful, gentle group to practice this with. And part of Business at Breakfast is not just about letting us know what you're doing, but it's also the practice of learning how to do it. And what's super interesting and how another reason why I've picked you is when Barbara was inviting Tanya to come last week to Business at Breakfast, she CC'd me and she said, hey, Missy, I've invited Tanya to come into Business at Breakfast. Can you make sure she's on the list? Get the blah, blah, blah. She said, but I've explained to her that it's a really lovely space to practice talking about what you do. And I thought, oh, good, then you really do get the idea because you're next. So there you go. This is a bit you haven't had the opportunity to practice yet. And everybody gets the opportunity to practice this. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to tell us your elevator pitch again. And I know in your elevator pitch, you tell us basically what you sell. And then I want a very fast history story of how you came to sell it. Like, why do you believe in it so much that you sell it or use it to help others? And then stop talking. We only want the cliff notes of you, the history of you to this thing that you sell. Then stop talking. We'll ask you questions. And the real secret to answering questions is answer them fast, allowing us to ask more questions. So just listen to what the question is. Only answer that question. Don't waffle off somewhere. Just answer that question and allow the next question to come through from the group. Usually when we do this, we get 10, 15, 20, all sorts of time. There's so many questions. So Barbara, I'm going to let you go. It's your turn to shine for us.
Well, thank you very much, Misty. Now I have to stand up to the task and stand up to what I really want to do. My name is Barbara. I am from Brisbane. I am a transformational coach. As a matter of fact, I am a student of an international coaching institute to become a transformational coach. I am almost finished with Master's Coach. And so far, I have been avoiding paying clients as hot water. I have been helping a lot pro bono clients. I have been speaking to a group of of colleagues to practice my speaking. And my niche and my love for what I'm doing is helping people overcoming change. And where it came from the, well, I suppose there's so many changes that we go through life, but most of them happen towards the end of your professional life, when something changes and the whole world steps upside down. So it happened when I decided to take an opportunity and leave the company after 28 years. It happened just before COVID, and I saw so many people struggling with their personal lives, with their professional future, being undervalued, being leaders that couldn't cope with the volume of change, and being the business owners who thought they started a small practice and it grew up exponentially. So that's my target. How many people I have been helping truly? I have helped students deciding on their careers. I have helped the non-for-profit organizations through the project management day of service, create initiatives that they wanted to implement together with hundreds of other consultants that came to this event. That's me.
Okay. Well, I know I have questions, but I'll allow the floor to go first with their questions. Does anyone have questions for Barbara? Okay, Bonnie.
So where do you see your new business going? Would you like to have 5 clients, 100 clients? Are you going to be doing group classes or a course? What's kind of your vision for your business?
All three. So at the moment, I am doing one-to-one, and the speaking that I'm doing in groups are mini workshops. So I see myself as delivering workshops, but ultimately, I would like to be presenting to a bigger audience and be a thought leader. Now, this is a dream. I don't know how to get there, but I suppose I would like to be able to be starting conversations on difficult topics and helping people resolve them by themselves.
Okay.
Very good. Thank you.
In regards to doing the pro bono, very important to do the pro bono. I know when I did my diploma in life coaching, basically the information was to give out 6 free sessions to as many people as you can to get your hours up. Now, there was no specific hours that we had to do. It's just that the hours were practice. Well, that's how I saw it. As the more I got, the more I could practice in my hours. I went out and I got 100 hours under my belt very, very fast. Here's what I learned by having to give away 6 free coaching sessions, right? I'd have people and I'd say, just wondering if I can give you 6, and it couldn't be with a family member. So with life coaching, they say you can't coach a family member because they're not going to listen to you. So it has to be someone who's not a friend or a family member. So basically, you're just asking strangers, can I coach you for 6 free sessions? Not necessarily so easy. I'm going to ask you, Barbara, in a minute, how do you get your clients? Not necessarily easy to ask a dead set stranger, can I coach you on 6 problems? I would have people say, well, I don't want to take up all your time, so I only need 3. I reckon I'll do 3. And I've gone, that's cool, because actually I need the practice. I'm really good at sessions 1, 2, and 3. I'm rubbish at sessions 4, 5, and 6. So I'll tell you what, you get 1, 2, and 3 for you, and I'll get 4, 5, and 6 for me. I have to say, for me personally, I couldn't do 4, 5, and 6. For all the practice that I did, I just couldn't help them with extra problems. Neither of us could come up with problems. It's usually in those first 3. So that's me personally. That was who I'd run into. How do you go about finding your clients to end up doing pro bono? Because it is important to get the hours up, right?
That's correct. I did coach a colleague of mine from work and helped her. I do coach. We have got as part of the institute, a pool of clients that volunteered at some point of time where we can volunteer to coach them. So I have already probably about 400 hours of coaching. So I'm not the beginner. I just am a little bit slow getting out there and doing it on my own. And what I like about it, it's I like the smile on the people's people's faces when they find something surprising. I know that I wanted to say something to what you just said, but it went, so that's why I'm stalling.
That's right. It'll come back to you. All right. So over 400 hours. Okay, that's excellent. Going to the pro bono pool, that's cool because you've got like this endless amount. Here's what I learned. I was trying to come up with creative ways without just going to the pro bono pool because, yeah, actually, now that I think about it, we had that too. And I went out, a friend of mine worked for a travel company. So in Australia, it was a flight center, worked for a travel company. And every 3 months, they would have this big weekend travel expo. And they worked for free in that any holidays that they got that got booked through them, they'd get all this extra commission, right? So I went around with a plan that I gave to every travel agent that said, because of your help for us to have a great holiday, I would like to help you by giving you 6 free coaching sessions. And they'd all say thank you. And I had this older lad see me after a couple of hours and he said, I see what you're doing. It's really nice. How is that going for you? I said, honestly, I think it's going rubbish. And he said, do you want to know why? Yes, I'd love to know why. He said, because you're giving them something, but they have nothing to give back to you in return. And so I learned in that moment, it was all about the phrasing of how to do things. See, truthfully, we like to help others. So we say, can I help you? But on the other side, people are very not, who's noticed this when you say, oh, hey, I can help you with that. Here, I have a solution. I can help you. You've got a health problem. I can help you. You've got a life problem. I can help you. You've got a whatever problem. I can help you. And they go, no, it's okay. Oh, you're moving house here. Let me come over and help you pack boxes. No, I've got it covered. See, people don't accept help easily because we're all very individually minded. And of course, naturally, with the whole packing of boxes and moving house, once you're there packing boxes by yourself, you're thinking, why? Why did I say no to that? I don't want to be here by myself. But it's because it's our gut reaction. It's just to say, no, I've got it. Right? But on the other side of it is people love helping. If you like helping others, they love helping others too. And it's in asking for help. So when people think that they're getting all help one-sided, but they can't see that they're giving you something back, they don't want to allow you to help them. Let's take packing of boxes, right? Now, if I said to Kathy, oh, you're moving house, here, let me come over and help pack boxes. Kathy's initial instinct will be, no, I've got it covered. Now she's robbing me of the joy of doing something to help a friend. Or at the very least, I'm saying, I just need an excuse to get out of the house. And I don't really want to pack a box, Kathy. In fact, I'll just stand there and watch you do it. In fact, I'll sit in the corner. I'll eat pizza. You watch it. But we can chat. And then you've got something to do and I'm out of the house. Now, there, Kathy would go, oh, well, it sounds like I'm helping her more than she's helping me. You can sit in the corner and talk to me while I'm packing some boxes. Look, if it gets you into a quiet space away from everybody else, come and do that. And because she's helping me, there's a reciprocal exchange. So this guy said, so just make it reciprocal. I learned to say this. I am studying life coaching and I need to get my hours up. Can you help me, please? I need to do, like, let's say you said, I need to get people that I don't know, practice coaching on people I literally don't know with, I don't know, just give them three coaching sessions, so 3 hours of coaching. It's 1 session a week for 3 weeks. It goes for an hour, and I've got to practice getting the coaching session into an hour. You know, can I help them solve a problem? And I've got to get it done within a time frame. Can you help me? It's amazing how many people will help out. Now, in regards to that, it's not the coaching part that you'll be practicing. It's the getting someone who doesn't know you to put their hand up and say, yes, I'll help. Like, it's in learning to get that client, because I understand what you're saying in regards to, I haven't got the paid clients yet. No, because you're not in an area that allows you to find them in the first place. although you've got all your hours up, you're adept at being the like you'd be good at being the coaching. It's just the finding the strangers, because the pool isn't, it's a free pool, it's not a paid pool. So there's a way, there's a way forward there. On the other side of it, Barbara, is what's your thought process into how much you would charge? Like how much? Yeah.
I have got an idea. I have defined the packages, which packages a program of minimum 3 sessions, or so say a week, for those 3 areas, for personal coaching, for leadership coaching, and for business coaching. The idea is to have a recurring income. So therefore, the packages start from 900 and finish at 500. 5,000, sorry, 900 to 5,000.
Yep. So I find that that's another section that coaches run into trouble, because it starts at $900 and you've gone from pro bono to 900. You haven't tested anything in the middle, right? It becomes a bit tricky because you've not tested it. It's easy for people to say she's the most amazing coach on the planet, because and they're thinking you are, and if you had told me the price, I would have paid for it. But the next person's saying, but you didn't pay for it. So you seem amazing. But in your brain, to the person who got the help, you're amazing and they would have paid. But to you, in your brain, your ego is saying, I don't know how amazing you are because nobody paid. Practice at any price. Just practice getting, can you make someone turn up and have one coaching session at any price?
I have to admit that I got a call from a lady from this group, and I did what I always do. I am a mirror. I bounce it back. So, so that's the first hoop that I have to jump over.
Yeah. And those are the bits in the coaching that you actually have to just learn through trial and error. But pay attention to those little bits as you're going through your training, to those little bits as well. But an exciting place for you to be in. I'm super impressed to hear that you've done over 400 hours of coaching. It tells me coaching's not a problem for you. It's only the client part, and we all have trouble in that area.
Connecting.
We all start having trouble in that area. If it was that easy to get clients, we wouldn't be here doing this. Sadly, apparently you have to be someone like Michael Jackson to get, everybody running at you instantly. It just takes a fair bit of effort to get that going. It's a bit like this. Bonnie will understand this because she's heard me say it a few times this week. All right, so let's say that you want to be an Olympic gold athlete, because I hear this a lot in regards to people saying, oh my God, there's so much effort in getting a sale, and I'm tired of putting in all of this effort, and I don't, and then I have to start again, and I don't want to put in the effort, I just want the sale. Well, life doesn't work that way. You don't just get, and you do have to put in a massive amount of effort. So I'll ask this of everybody. If you want to win gold, I'm assuming it's 4 years before the next Olympics. If you want to win gold, how much effort do you have to put into that 4 years? Not counting all the free effort that you put in just to get to the 4 years before the Olympics. How much effort do you have to put in to win that gold 4 years before the Olympics? Anyone want to tell me?
All you've got.
All you've got, right? 24/7. Now, here, answer this one. How much do you get paid to put in that effort of all you've got? How much do you get paid? Zip, right? Okay. And then let's say you win the gold. And you win the gold, you're standing on the podium tonight. All right, you're going to party so much tonight that you're probably going to sleep a little bit tomorrow, party a bit more tomorrow, and sleep. And so in 2 days' time, what do you do in 2 days' time? Now that you've won gold, so basically you got the sale, you put in 4 years of effort to win that sale. 2 days' time after you've stopped partying about that, what do you do in 2 days' time?
Start training.
Go
again.
for the next one.
Start training again. That's exactly right. It's a lot of effort to end up with the sale, but the sale is so worth it. But it's the secret is in knowing where the effort needs to be. Right? And gold medalists don't do it all by themselves. They have a bit of a team. that helps them stay on track in the right direction. I think for you, coaching is easy for you. That's the easy part. Now your direction is learning those, how is it to find those clients exactly?
That's why I'm here, Misty.
Yeah, I love it.
That's why I'm here.
I love it. Super excited to have you out. All right. Does anyone have any more questions for Barbara before we finish up here? Excellent. All right. Just very quickly, Barbara, how did you end up as a coach? What was it you were doing that made you end up as a coach?
I got interested in a lot of personal development programs that went around the world, not Tony Robbins particularly, Bob Proctor, Mary Morrissey. And it was lovely, but it got to a point when one day Tom Ziegler called me with an offer. I told him that the whole group was like a big shopping center, only the best brands, but I can't handle it. And then I looked for something smaller within Australia, so I can kind of condense it into an effort. And I'm not sure whether that was the best way, because I ended up being a student. Well, I was actually ready for the big picture back then.
Yeah. And how many years have
But
you
I
been
love it.
studying?
I love it.
know, it's good, right? How many years have you been studying?
3 years.
3 years. That's so exciting. That is so exciting. So well done, you. And thank you so much for being our speaker today. And thank you, audience, for participating in the conversation.